Hi YouTube, this is Abby and this is my 17 months on HRT video. We are here, Avis is with me, we are here in my new apartment, so I'm going to get you all caught up on how that happened. She's so hot. God, I'm so lucky. Um, so basically what happened, and it's actually kind of a good move, is that I was living about 11 months north of Seattle, or excuse me, about 11 miles north of Seattle, and it was taking forever to get down here. My roommate and really good friend and kind of big sister Carmen came to me and said that, she needed to move and how would I feel about moving in the next 2 weeks. And so we kind of did a mad dash of apartment hunting, and Avis and I came and found this place, and as soon as I walked in it was like, this feels homey and cozy and safe and positive. And it's about 1.5 miles from sort of my core group of people in Capitol Hill. So I'm not in Capitol Hill proper, but I'm just 6 minutes away in the car, and it's a little back road, and so it's super convenient. And that I think that the thing that this apartment reminds me of is that this is the first place that I have picked as what I would say is the real me. This was a place that I walked into and felt emotionally connected to as Abby. And everywhere before that was kind of like, living with Carmen was transitory, but this is my first apartment that really is a home to me. And it feels like, if I had been born normally, that this is the kind of place that I would have moved into when I was like, I don't know, like 20 something, So yeah, it just feels natural to me to be here. And I have to do a call out and props to my lovely Lavender husband, Michael, who really worked super hard to get this place put together for me and to arrange the furniture and really kind of make it into the home that I've always wanted to have. And in case you don't know what lavender husbands are, and lavender wives, back in the 1920s, when it was not acceptable for gay men and gay women to couple off into same-sex marriages and partnerships, as it still is, 80 years later? We don't want to legalize that. But anyway, the stigma was such back then that gay women and gay men would pair up, get married on paper, and share a house, and the men would have their boys on one side, and the women would have their women on one side, and they would come together and have fabulous dinner parties, and that's what a lavender marriage was. Some notable ones that we think were probably lavender marriages included Greta Garbo, so, of which there is a picture, and I will see if I cannot unplug this. So I'm going to give you guys a quick virtual tour, provided that my plug doesn't give out on me. Yeah, I should have planned that in advance, shouldn't I? Okay, so there's Miss Dietrich. There is Greta off to the background. And that is Marlena beside her. You can't see too well because of the reflection of the light. That is the lounge that you saw. Yeah, this is fun, right? You guys are getting the whole tour. It's the lounge from my old apartment. There is the mannequin, spinning, spinning, spinning. And there's beautiful Avis again. And there's my Christmas lights and little TV area, right? Yeah, so that's basically where I live. And then there's the bedroom, and now you don't get to go in there. That's for X-Tube. Okay. Continuing. I'm really going to miss Carmen, though. Carmen was very much, and continues to be like a big sister to me, and I will be forever thankful for the time that we lived together and all of the wisdom and support that she gave me, Yeah, going to miss you, Carmen. So, but we'll keep in touch. And then the other thing that I wanted, like I said, the thing that's so nice about this is that it's kind of in a peaceful, relatively private area called East Lake, that is really, really close to my support structure. It's close to my doctor, my therapist, all of my sobriety groups that I go to, my sponsees, my sponsor, all of the restaurants that I like to go to, all the places where, my peeps hang out. So, and let's see. The next thing that's big on the horizon is I did talk with my boss, and the job that I brought here to Seattle, they're going to try and fund me for probably another year. But it really does add impetus that probably I am going to look into finding another position within the next few months, maybe after the first of the year. And I've just got a lot of nerves around that, and I wanted to talk to a couple of things there because that really does play into the transgender dynamics and my fears around that. You know, one of the big things that came up, and Avis and I were talking about this, and thanks to her patience for listening to me talk through it, is I had a lot of fear around the trans card. You know, I don't think most people know that I'm trans now unless I tell them. But, you know, there are a lot of transgender people here, and I'm out as a transgender person. I do lots of activism, but in a professional context, I was a little bit worried about whether the trans card would come into play, because if somebody sees me as trans and it might affect the dynamics of that working relationship, and that really wasn't something that I want. I mean, my sexual orientation, this birth defect that is transgenderism, I mean, none of those things are relevant in a professional context. What is relevant is how I can contribute to an individual group of people or team. And so, you know, what we began to come out was to focus, given that the trans card may come into play, is that to focus on the assets that this path has given me, not the liabilities of it and the prejudices around it. You know, I think that being transgender does give you unique insights into and empathy for the gender roles that people live by in our society. You know, I have a lot of empathy. Yes, I do. I have a lot of empathy toward the difficulties that men have in our culture. You know, I mean, I didn't have any choice. She's. I'm getting better. I am getting better, but really, no, it's all right. I'm getting better, and I am. Am I not getting better about?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I am getting better. Right. So, I mean, but at least in a professional context, I do have an appreciation of the challenges, particularly also from the perspective of my trans men, who I do feel a lot of, God, I almost feel maternal towards the trans men in my life. They have a special place in my heart, and to see the struggles that they go through in terms of adapting to the expectations of being men in our society, yeah, they're special to me, and I think that our shared insights hopefully will help me to build even deeper, richer, more empathetic relationships within a professional team environment. So that's my hope. And so, you know, it gets to, okay, let's put ourselves out there as a young, at least in terms of maturity. I don't know. You know, I mean, I feel like a 20-something, but it feels like, you know, this is time for me to cut my teeth, as they say, as a professional woman, as Abby. Fully new team, new people, new dynamics. And there's a lot of nervousness around that. There really is. But hopefully I can find a good place, and a place that I'm not just a cog in the wheel, but I actually contribute to the success of a team. So that's what I'm looking for. And of course, I'm looking for a place that has the insurance that will allow me to go forward with my GRS/SRS surgery. The last thing that I wanted to talk about with a few seconds left is that I have a new sponsor, and I feel very fortunate around that. She has a lot of experience with transgender people and with the kink community, and I feel like there's absolutely nothing that I cannot be honest with a woman in terms of working through the issues that are a struggle still in terms of being a transgender woman, and I'm going to touch on more of those in the next video. For now, though, I'm going to close. Take care, everyone.